What's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be about me coming to terms with the fact that I'm a controversial YouTuber. I didn't realize this until recently, but I realized that the subject matter and the ways that I tend to approach pop culture, reality television, and things of the like when it comes to how I make my videos, I've realized has kind of made me like a controversial content creator. And I need to talk about that.
I don't do regrets. I'm trying to learn from my lessons, but do I get it yet? I want to set an example, but I'm not sure I done handle all my demons. I'm thinking that I should court a vet. I fight for all respect. I'm working overtime to keep in my head. I understand I'll get the love when I'm dead, so my focus is red. Choose the black out on what's keeping me chosen. I've been the token, now the back is ahead. On my soapbox, chucking, showing.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Georgia, Carolina, your gated and racism-free community where we personalize culture and entertainment and then curate a conversation that's based in self-discovery and growth. I am your pop culture coordinator of all things inclusion and awareness, Jordan Renee, and I'm happy to have you back for another video. Alrighty, so I don't have a specific subject or like springboard to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about how I have been kind of feeling like I'm a controversial YouTuber because I talk about racism and social injustice. Now, mind you, I don't necessarily feel like the fact that I talk about social injustice on my YouTube channel, I don't feel like that alone makes me a controversial YouTube creator. I feel like it's the fact that I interwork those narratives or I dissect those narratives within a reality TV space or within a pop culture space. I think that what I've been recognizing recently is that I think the reason why a lot of Bravo fans specifically hate me, and the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom would probably hate me too, because but I just don't cover RuPaul's Drag Race like that. But I feel like the reason why I get such interesting feedback from the Bravo community is because I take the escapism out of reality TV, which I find to be so contradictory or an oxymoron in a way. Like, I don't understand how we can use reality TV as escapism. But I think that I come in and I take the fantasy and I take the escapism out of reality TV and I reintroduce the reality of what we could be watching at a moment. I think that where some people want to use the housewives to, you know, get away from the problems in the real world and not see, you know, the reality of our society in their reality television, I'm the person who's like, but does nobody see this though? Like, I get I'm generally one of the only people of color in the room, but how does nobody understand how this is an issue, especially once it's explained to you? Do you get what I'm saying? It just becomes a bit much. Mind you, I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not changing the way that I talk about pop culture or what I talk about on my channel. But I have realized that it is a little sad to me that it almost makes me like a hot button person. Like, I feel like I'm almost in the same, because I'm talking about reality TV that people want to infantilize and get lost in, that it makes me one of those people that just want to like come in and ruin everything or something like that. Or like, it makes me feel like I'm the contrarian for pointing out what needs to be said. And it's very gaslighty and it's very upsetting that because I come in and speak about what needs to be said, as far as not only the cast members on these shows that perpetuate a lot of these behaviors, but the fact that we are continuously subscribing to a network who platforms and promotes that type of behavior. Do you know what I mean? It just always makes me feel like I'm the villain. Now, mind you, do I get a lot of support on my channel? Absolutely. And I thank every single person who comes in and understands my opinion and, you know, is willing to hear what I'm saying, if they agree with me or not. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just come on and thank the people who agree with me or who have the same perspective as me. For me, that's not what it's about. I don't want my subscribers or the people who watch my content to blindly follow me. But I do respect healthy debate. And if you are going to come on and disagree with something that I'm saying, then one, do it respectfully, and two, come with an actual conversation and a debate that I can actually engage in, instead of just coming on and trying to invalidate my opinion or my perspective. Because that's gonna get you blocked and passed on, and I'm not even gonna read your comment. Like, I don't even care. Do you get what I mean? But the main issue that I'm having is that I feel like I am controversial for speaking about things that are right. Like, it's like, because I point out racism on Bravo, I'm a party pooper. And I think that further with that, it almost makes me like, when I say hot button, it's like one of those people where you bring up their name and it's like, oh, you may not want to bring up that person on your channel if you don't want to talk about certain things, or if you don't want them to bring up this, or if you don't want them to like. And on the double edge of that, like on the opposite side of that, sometimes it feels like that's the only thing that people care about. Like, I talk about pop culture and I do talk about social justice, but sometimes it seems like when people don't want to have certain conversations, they will contact me as a voice to speak on that from their perspective, or from a perspective that they can agree with. Which is also kind of like a mind fuck, because it's like, wait a minute, why is it that you can't use your platform to speak about this, but yet you come to me to do the same thing you have the opportunity to do? It goes back to that conversation of like, the people who are being oppressed cannot advocate for themselves forever. At the end of the day, somebody who has no stake in that fight has to come in and bring a wider awareness to the issue and be like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not okay. I hate that it's like that. I hate that people can't just see an issue and just call it what it is, a freaking issue. But it is what it is. Like, a lot of people don't hear what you're saying until they get a second opinion. And it's frustrating because a lot of people want to make it seem like I suck the fun out of Bravo, or I suck the fun out of reality TV, or I am a contrarian because I speak out about the issues that I see as issues. And it bothers me because I said this in a previous video. I was like, what happened to people using their platforms for change? What happened to people wanting to use their platforms and use their voice to make a difference? Why do I get backlash for that? And then subsequently, why do I almost feel like I am now dangerous territory? It's very insidious. It just makes me wonder. You know, I'm talking through this in a video so that I can catch myself from slipping into a self-deprecating black hole, because I could make this a me issue and be like, what am I doing wrong? Like why is me talking about the real issues an issue. And to that, I will say, if my delivery is fucked up, if the way that I deliver my opinions and my analysis and my information and, my videos, if it comes off in a way that isn't informative and educational as well as inviting, I'm open to constructive criticism. Emphasis on constructive. Excuse me. I feel like I approach my channel with a great intention, and like a part of me wants to embrace being like a villain of reality TV YouTube. Like a part of me just wants to come on and be like, yeah, I'm gonna call out all your racist ass reality stars and I'm gonna talk about them. Like, yeah, a part of me wants to do that, but I don't want to be combative. Like, I literally just want to be informative. I literally just want to talk about the issues in a way that I'm not attacking people, bro. I don't think I'm attacking anybody. Anybody who I've made a video about, I don't think that I'm attacking them, with the exception of Jenny Wynn, where I cussed her ass out for 30 minutes. Somebody could make a case for that being an attack, and I would have to kind of step back and analyze that. However, it's just a little disheartening that the things that I choose to be passionate about, or the things that I choose to actually care about, are things that are considered within the content creation space as soft touch issues. Like, you can only that's a controversial issue. I don't know. I'm ranting. Let me know if you guys get what I'm saying, because I feel like me doing the right thing is making my job a lot harder. It's making this platform a lot harder for me to navigate within, and it's going to make my trajectory a lot harder to accomplish, because me saying what's right goes against the greater narrative that the people want to project onto pop culture. I go against that narrative, that the things that are being projected on our television screens without any type of trigger warning or any type of disclaimer is okay. That it's okay for us to be subjected to racism on our reality TV shows with no type of trigger warning, no type of disclaimer. That you can sit here and air people displaying microaggressions and saying racially insensitive things, and saying it just seems like there needs to be a greater conversation about what is acceptable. And maybe I am just a party pooper because I don't find racism funny, or I don't find microaggressions to be funny, or I don't find the N-word to be pleasurable. I don't know. And on top of that, as a whole, that just goes beyond Black people. As I keep saying, y'all can see it throughout the consistency of my channel. Me speaking about injustice does not solely limit itself to me talking about being Black. And for that matter, or me being queer as a trans feminine agender. It's I address everything, but why do I feel like I'm impacted negatively for it. And once again, that's not to say that I don't appreciate every single person who is on my channel and who does support me, because I will say that the majority of the support is like incredible, right? But then the outside of that, like what comes with that, can be so insidious, because yes, I do receive a lot of support and a lot of love on YouTube, but then I feel like it makes it hard for other content creators to want to collaborate with me or to want to work with me, because I keep bringing up these hot button and soft touch issues. Like, that's what I talk about. Like, so it almost feels like people want to bring me on when they want to address it, but I'm not somebody that can be a consistent collaborator because I'm a heavy person to do content with, I guess, because what I talk about, I guess, is heavy content. I don't know. It just, it's hard. It's hard. And I don't even, like, I'm trying to continue to stand on the mind frame that I'm doing the right things and that I am speaking about the things that need to be spoken about. And I even wrote a whole song about it, the theme song to this show, which is the last song on my mixtape, Do Better, where I say, like, I understand I'll get the love when I'm dead. Like, I get it. Like, I get that I'm probably not going to see the result or the response from my channel that I would like to see from my channel, for me doing the things that I'm doing, until a whole nother generation comes. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't suck sometimes. Do you get what I mean? That doesn't mean that it doesn't suck. And I'm trying to find a way to remain optimistic and remain positive about it, because it's head heavy. Do you get what I mean? I feel like I just want to do great content. I feel like I just want to have the greater conversations that need to be spoken about, while intermingling with all the other pop culture conversations. Like, I feel like I don't exclude myself from talking about generalized mainstream pop culture. However, I want to include the conversations that need to be had in with the conversations that we all want to have, if that makes sense. I'm just talking about inclusion and awareness, people. Like, I don't want to just alleviate us talking about the fun stuff just so we can talk about racism and injustice and microaggressions and colorism and all of those things. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that we need to include those conversations within the realms of these normal conversations that everybody talks about, because we can't keep these nuanced conversations at the kitchen table forever. We can't keep having the real conversations in private forever. At some point, we have to be able to intermix the real conversations and still be able to get back to the jokes and the laughter and doing all of that. And sometimes I feel like it's harder to do that, or maybe it's just harder for me to do that, because I feel like because of the way that, or the things that I speak about, people don't want to include me in those conversations as much. I don't know. Let me know if you guys understand what I'm saying, because I'm just trying to do good work, man. That's it. That being said, I really don't have anything more to say that I haven't already said, and this has already been a long enough rant. So Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for visiting Georgia, Carolina. If you're new here, if you like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of the things. I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Leave me your opinions in the comments below. Peace.